Hi, it's Courtney and Allison here. Today we're going to be talking to you a little bit about Cancer Prevention Month, and it goes along with our, making time for your health series, because there's a lot of things that go into, cancer prevention and food and, fruits and vegetables, just different things like that. But I want to talk to you a little bit about statistics. There's studies that have shown just in Texas, over 100,000 people, each year come up with, cancer.
That's a big number.
It really is big. And so the main thing is, making sure that you practice that prevention, and get checked. But it's found that over, 1 in 3 women and 1 of 2 men actually get cancer within that year. So, it could be, it could be one of us. So the main thing is, like I said, getting checked. Over 44,000 deaths happen every year. And the thing is, over $5 billion is spent in just bills, medical bills. So if we can just take care of some things, early prevention, that's the key here. But the leading cancer for women is breast and cervical cancer, and for men is prostate cancer. But the second leading cancer is for both men and women is lung cancer. So, we all need to get screened. We tend to make excuses, I'm too busy, or I have no family history, or it might be embarrassing. But, if we stop making the excuses, go ahead, call your doctor, make an appointment, and get screened. That's the main thing. Practice that prevention. In breast cancer, between your 20s and 30s, go ahead and get a clinical exam, every 3 years. If you are 40 and above, you're supposed to get mammograms every 3 years, depending on your family history. So make sure you do talk to your doctor about that. And then cervical cancer, between 21 and 65, you're supposed to get a pap smear every 3 years. So make sure you definitely talk with your doctor about that as well. Prostate, colorectal, lung cancer, talk with your doctor. You may have be at high risk or have a family history or something, but usually within, 50 and above, that's whenever they start that. But you have to start it earlier. But talk with your doctor about that too.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of tools that we have in our toolbox, things that we can be proactive about for cancer prevention. I hear a lot about food and diet. So how big a role does what we eat have to impact cancer prevention?
Food and diet is huge. Eating clean, eat less sugary food, sugary drinks or fatty foods, less processed foods. More fruits and vegetables. The fruits and vegetables that have, they're high in antioxidants. And that would, that would be your dark colored fruits and vegetables, your leafy greens, your strawberries, blueberries, your pomegranates.
Delicious.
Zucchini. But any of your fruits and vegetables that have that dark color, it's going to provide lots of nutrients for your body. It's going to have that antioxidant. It's going to have phytochemicals, anything that looks like the rainbow. But your phytochemicals, it protects your cells from cancer attaching to it. So, different fruits and vegetables that are good for your body. Half your plate is supposed to be fruits and vegetables and whole grains.
Yeah, and so this is a great time of year to plant some really healthy vegetables. So kale and spinach, those are really dark green. They have lots of nutrients and good antioxidants. So October is the best time of year here in the Concho Valley and across much of Texas. It's a good time of year to plant all those leafy greens, Swiss chard and spinach and kale and Also root crops like beets. Beets are real colorful. Color is good. And carrots and radishes and things like that. So it's a great time of year for that. And then in the winter time will be a great time of year to plant fruit trees. So you mentioned pomegranates. Pomegranates have such deep color, lots of
and
nutrients.
Super high in antioxidants too.
So pomegranates are a great crop for Texas. Choose varieties that are known to be cold hardy. So one of the most popular varieties called Wonderful, it's not as cold hardy in Texas, but we do have cold hardy options that you can plant to get your own pomegranates to harvest.
Yeah, and with all these great, foods that you can grow, you can incorporate it into your casseroles. If it's cold, into soups and stews. But super healthy for you, and provides protection for your body.
Yeah, we're really lucky to have a great food supply. We have a very safe, good food supply. We can go to the grocery store and buy anything we want any time of year, even if it's not really in season. But there's just something special about growing your own. It's from the garden to your table in no time. It's as fresh as can be, and you have control over what goes into it. And we can grow things to full ripeness. We can actually ripen it on the plant, whereas a lot of things from the grocery store, they have to be picked before they're fully ripe. And so we don't get to enjoy it quite to its potential unless we grow it ourselves.
Yeah. And it's a fun thing to do for you, your family, the kids.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah, and you're getting out there and actually getting some vitamin D, in the sun too. Yeah. So, it's really good for you. And getting some exercise as well, A great diet, a strict diet with exercise incorporated into it will help your body a lot for cancer prevention. Also, the 2020 13th annual Shannon Pink Ribbon Run is going to happen on October the 3rd. So if you're from around San Angelo area, you can go ahead and go online and register. It's going to be a virtual one. It's to help support the local breast cancer patients. And you also can go ahead and there's survivors, so you can sponsor them as well. So, and I'm wearing actually the last year's survivors shirt. So I've got survivors in my family, my sister, and I've got cousins and myself. So get out there and look in your community, and there might be some type of cancer prevention or somewhere you can support your community as well. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to your local county extension agent and they can answer some questions for you. Thank you.